All right. Welcome to the Jean Marlo Davis Show. I'm just going to make sure, guys, we're coming in loud and clear. So give me 1 second. Go ahead, take this time to grab pen and paper so you can take notes, because the information I'm going over is very important. Let me check it out. Okay, good. We're good. We're good. I'm going to go ahead and put this on mute. And we're good to go, guys. Welcome again to the Jean Marlo Davis Show, when it's all about information and inspiration to impact the nation. We talk about total prosperity here on Thursday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, every Thursday at 7 p.m. What is total prosperity? We deal with mentally, spiritually, physically, financially, emotionally, and relationship-wise. So this Thursday, every Thursday, it allows us to dive into various subjects, whereas on Monday at 7 p.m. is all about money. So, guys, I want to welcome everybody to tonight's show. Now, tonight I want to talk about, you down with PPP? You know what the PPP is? We're going to talk about the PPP loan, okay? And why did I decide that I wanted to talk about it? The reason why, guys, I'm going to be quite honest before I dive into it. The reason why I wanted to talk about the PPP loan is because I had so many phone calls from different entrepreneurs that have sought our help, had questions about taxes, needed help about taxes, or we filed their taxes, and people were calling asking, for forms that they never filed, okay? People were calling, asking for 940s, 941 ESs, just different things like, can you send me this for the PPP loan? And I'm like, wait a minute. Well, you don't have any employees. That's not a loan that you should be going after, because 940, 941s, and yes, that says that you're taking out taxes for these employees. And I said, so you don't have employees. I even had somebody to call me and reach out to me and say, hey, Jean, listen, I'm going to need you to help me with my 940s and 941s and stuff like that. I'm like, what are you talking about? I don't get what are you talking about? And she was like, I'm trying to get this PPP loan. And I said, but you're a sole proprietorship and you don't have any employees. Yeah, but I'm trying to get this loan. I said, you're a sole proprietorship and you don't have any employees. And she's like, well, you can't. I said, no, ma'am. I do everything legally, ethically, and morally sound. So I got frustrated and irritated. Bruce knows when I get frustrated and irritated, I'm going to talk about it, because it doesn't make sense. You go into business to create wealth. You go in business with the intent to make a profit. You go into business to do things legally, ethically, and morally sound. That's what I teach. That's what I've been teaching for years. Do business legally, ethically, and morally sound. So, and understand how your business is set up. If you are sole proprietorship, or if you're an LLC or C Corp or S Corp, what are the demands for that? What is required for your filing? Even if you're an LLC and you're a partnership, what is the requirement for LLCs to have partners? Do you need to file a 1065? Do you need to file a, K1? Give that to your partners. A lot of people, they just go into business. It sounds good. It sounds right. But they don't know why they're doing that. And that's plain business, man. That's plain business. And I get frustrated about it because, I do a lot of workshops and seminars that I have a lot of people who don't look like me attend these seminars. They attend it because they want the knowledge. They want the wisdom. They listening to an XRS auditor teach about the tax advantage of business, how to be audit proof, the most common tax deduction you qualify for, how to set your business up, things of that nature. I've been piping this stuff for years, and what irritates me and what really make me go on a tangent is when I look in the room and people that look like me is few and far, between. But people who don't look like me, they're there. They taking the information, they front row, getting the info. And so when I have people to call me with crazy stuff like this, it irritates me. So I said tonight I'm going to teach about this PPP loan that people need to understand. I'm going to say it once. Hopefully you'll get it. Hopefully you understand that this is not something that you should be playing with. And you will get locked up with the feds. If you're sitting up here taking this money and first of all, let's break down PPP loan, okay? What is the PPP loan? PPP loan, okay? It stands for paycheck. That should be what? A hint, hint, clue, clue right there. Paycheck Protection Program, okay? Now, on March the 27th, Congress passed the Coronavirus Aid, Relief, and Economic Security Act, that is CARES Act, which included the Paycheck Protection Program, affectionately known as PPP, okay? Now, which included the Paycheck Protection Program for small businesses. Now, as a $367 billion funded federal loan program, the PPP provides short-term financial assistance to small businesses to help soften the immediate economic impact of COVID-19 pandemic. Now, in short, the PPP offers eligible small businesses a low interest rate loan of 0.5%. So the loan was 0.5% loan. Okay, so you can understand that. That is forgivable if used to cover allowable payroll costs and avoid future layoffs. Listen, to avoid future layoffs or reductions in employee salary. Is to help you help the economy continue to keep moving. So people don't have to go file for unemployment. So people don't have to go and try to look for other things. You being a big business, you have less than 500 employees, because that's the only way you got this loan. Less than 500 employees that make less than 100,000. That's the only way you got this loan. And that you pay these people, these employees of yours, then you qualify for this loan. Now let's go into it. What small businesses are eligible? Okay, so you can understand. So y'all can, hopefully you're tuning in. You understand I'm talking about the PPP loan. People who have called and say, what is this PPP loan? Do I qualify? Can I get it? It's not a hookup. It's not a lifestyle change. It's not here for you to go and go buy a Bentley, go buy a new watch, go buy some furniture, go buy some TVs. It's not for that. It's just straight, oh my God, what I've been reading and hearing, it's just like, oh my God, come on, people, for real. Okay, so what small businesses are eligible? Businesses that are independently owned and operated, organized for profit, so not non-profit, is for profit, and are net dominant in their field with less than 500 employees, whether they're full-time or part-time. I said that. Eligible small businesses also include sole proprietorship, independent contractors, or other self-employed individuals such as gig economy workers. How are monthly payroll costs specifically defined? We're going to talk about that. The maximum size of the PPP loan is 250% of your average payroll costs over the last 12 months, okay? Or $10 million, whichever is less, okay? So, small business owners or sole proprietorships, independent contractors, self-employed individual, gig and economy workers, this like barbers, beautician, nail techs, things of that nature that's listed under gig. Okay, now how are monthly payroll costs specifically defined under the PPP? The term payroll costs include the following eligible expenses. So I'm going to put this on the board because, okay, let me put it on the board. I mean, because while I'm doing this, I'm going to talk to you because the reason why I'm trying my best to get through this because I don't want to see nobody go to jail. Okay? I don't want to see nobody going to jail over some little bit of money. You know you don't have no business. You know you've been playing business. You know you don't have any employees. If you don't have any employees, this is not for you. It's called paycheck protection. You're not protecting the paycheck. If you're the only employee, okay, that's fine. But let's not lie and be putting down all this stuff and then you're behind this is a federal. Okay? I'm going to tell you what happened in just a little bit. So, we're talking about what are payroll costs. I'm going to put it on the board so you can understand. So, number one, it just makes sense. Payroll. Okay. And I go through it again when I turn around. And what is this? Insurance premium. Try to write as fast as I can. Employee salaries. That just makes sense. Commissions. Just makes sense. Or similar compensation. And I'm going to go all over all this again. I'm just going to put a few in here just to give you some understanding. Payments on or interest on any mortgage obligation. So payments of interest on any, it says any mortgage obligations. Okay, it also listed rent, including rent under a lease agreement. Six, utilities. That's common sense. You know what utilities are. 7, interest on any other debt. So, again, we're talking about payroll costs. This is what you can use the PPP loan for, class. You can use it for payroll costs. Costs related. Let me make sure the mic is on. Can they hear me? Hello? Can you? Hey. Can you hear me? Okay, so I want people to understand. There you go. I just want to make sure you can hear me. What is this loan for? This PPP. It don't mean we down with OPP. Yeah, you know me. No, it's not that. Payment protection. Okay? Paycheck protection. You don't have a job, people working for you. You shouldn't be getting this loan. Okay? But what are payroll costs? They said that you can use the loan for is for payroll costs related to the continuation of paid sick, medical, or family leave and insurance premium, employee salaries. You have no employees? By golly gee, don't use it, okay? Commissions or similar compensations, payment of interest on any mortgage obligation, rent including rent under a lease agreement, utilities, and interest on any other debt obligation that was incurred before the covered period, okay? One important limitation is that eligibility payroll costs only include annual employee salaries up to $100,000. Means that they're making about $8,333 a month. Anything over that, it does not cover that. So any employees that you have that makes $100,000 and less, you can use this program to cover their expenses, their salary or what have you. Now, guys, I want you to understand, and if approved, the PPP loan has a fixed interest rate of 0.5%. No collateral or personal guarantees are required. So what I want you to understand, that this loan is meant, imagine that you have an office space, that you have real employees, not Casper, the friendly ghost, that you have real bodies that depend on your business. They feed their children with your business. They, take care of the college tuition from working for you. And they've been working for you over the last 12 months. And then coronavirus come in and create the CARE Act, which in turn give birth to the PPP. Okay? Now, this is supposed to help paycheck protection. So you can keep those employees employed with you, that they don't have to go file for unemployment. Does that make sense? Does that make sense, Drew?
Yes, it does.
I'm just trying to understand.
Yep.
I mean, you have no employees, you have no business applying for this.
That's stealing.
That's stealing. It's called Fed time. It's called going to jail. And we have people, I'm going to tell you in just a minute, that they already don't start arresting people. They have. See, I told you guys a while back, I was telling people, don't go get this loan now. Don't be no fool. Don't be trying to do illegal stuff and submitting, making up fake jobs, fake Social Security numbers, fake what is it? People, whatever the hell. I don't know. I don't do shit fake. Excuse me. You see that? That's fresh air. I like to breathe in my own environment. I'm claustrophobic. I don't like no tight ass cells. So I ain't trying to go nowhere like that. So that's why I'm on here now. Hopefully my followers and my clients and people who know me, hopefully you got some common sense. I heard common sense ain't all the way coming, but I hope you got some common sense. But just in case you didn't make it home, okay, you know about that. Just in case, I just kidding. But I wanted to make sure that I went over this with you, because I felt the need that, hey, I was getting some phone calls that was making me kind of nervous. And I was like, what's going on? Do people not understand this? So listen, it says at least the PPP loan, it said loan forgiveness. Let's talk about loan forgiveness. The PPP loan will be fully forgiven if the funds are used for what? Payroll costs. Not to pay your light bill, gas bill, water bill, buy your new car, house. No, for payroll costs. Interest on mortgages, rent, and utility. We're talking about for the business. Okay? Now, if you're one of the employees, of course, you cover yourself. That just makes sense. You running the business. You have a salary. You pay yourself. So that should include and from that, your salary that you pay yourself, you take care of your house, just like you normally would do if you work for somebody else. Okay, at least 75% of the forgiven amount must have been used for payroll. Must have been used for payroll for it to be forgiven. Loan payments will also be deferred for the first 6 months. So when you first get this loan, the payments will be deferred for 6 months. After June 1st, which is past 2020, small businesses will be able to apply to have their loan forgiven. Okay? Do your research. If you Google PPP loan, it breaks down everything. I didn't want to go through all that. It's a lot. I mean, if I can read, I know Hooked on Phonics work for you. I know you can read to go do the research. Don't just take somebody's word. Oh, you could get some money, some free money. You better go on and get that money. Yeah, for real? Word? What did you do? I put down, I got 10 employees. Then that person going to jail, and you're looking like, oh my God, right? So don't abuse this program, guys. You will go to jail. And let me tell you, per CNBC and USA Today, these are my sources. We talked about jail. They already have 2 New England men have become the first people charged in the United States with fraudulent applying for aid for a federal program, the PPP. 2 men from New England. Okay, it happened on Tuesday. Prosecutors charged David Stanley, 52 years old. Too old for that. Who wants to go 52, babe? Who wants to go to jail 52?
Fed time.
Fed time, babe. Fed time. It's not little time. And Andover, somebody. And David, okay. And David Bitzer, 51. Both of them 50s. In their 50s. Warwick, Rhode Island. Okay. Which was conspiring to seek forgivable loans guaranteed by the Small Business Association, administration, excuse me. The loans come on. Isn't anything over what? 5,000 or 10,000 is called considered what is that? What's that? Fed time? What's that? 10,000. That's Fed time. That's what, 17 years. Damn. Excuse me. The loans amounted to nearly $544,000, according to the U.S. Department of Justice. They claim to have dozens of employees earning wages at 4 different entities, when in fact there were no employees working for any of these businesses. I read something else before I go into this. Where's that other man? A Texas man was charged with fraud for allegedly seeking more than $5 million. Samuel Yates, 32 years old. 32 years old. Sam, good night. Charged with fraud in Texas. Doing the same thing. Saying that he had employees. Seeking $5 million. These other folks got $544,000. They was for this dude Sam said, "Look, I'm going. Sam, I am." He's going for the gusto. He's going for the gusto. $5 million charge. Okay, so I wanted to put this before I go to, because somebody else asked me about the EIDL loan. I'll talk about that in a second. Okay, so before I go into the EIDL loan, people was talking about it, and people was asking me about these loans, and they was calling me and they was saying, "Jean, you know, it hurts me really bad. I might joke a lot of times, but I'm just gonna say it. I keep it real on my show. I keep it real." And I sometimes the politically correct way, sometimes not the right way to say it, because sometimes people just don't freaking get it when you say it politically. But black people, y'all got to stop with all these schemes and scams and trying to come up with stuff and trying to create stuff and trying to, you know, fake stuff. Some white folks be doing stuff too. They do. I ain't trying to say they not. But when I have people call me that I know, call me and start asking me about how to, you know, apply for this stuff, and I do your taxes, and I've done your taxes, and I know damn well you don't have no employees. Don't expect me. Don't expect me in the name of Jesus. Don't expect me to do no damn hookup. I don't do hookups. I don't do them. People going to jail. This is supposed to be meant, this PPP, Paycheck Protection Program, supposed to be meant for that business owner that's out there struggling to keep their business going, and they got 10 employees, and they fighting tooth and nail to keep the doors open, because not only are they thinking about themselves, they're thinking about those 10 employees that they got to take care of, that they know wife is pregnant, children in school, this, that, and the other, and they're like, oh God, what can I do? That's what that program through the CARES Act was created for, was for people like that, not people who are at home sitting down watching television, ain't been out since 90 days, hear about something and say, look, let me go create something, let me go get some paperwork, let me go finesse and see what I can do to get this money. That's why I knew. I said, I just didn't want it. First of all, somebody called me and they was like, Jean, why you didn't do it? I said, because I didn't need it and didn't want it. I don't need it. Our business been thriving, doing really good. The people that we use, we pay them from our pocket. We haven't skipped anything by God's grace and mercy. So I'm not going to go get something being greedy. Somebody said to me, yep, being greedy. I'm not going to get something that I know that, guess what, I don't qualify for, and I don't need it. It just, come on, you just ain't got time to be playing games like that and putting yourself in a situation like that. So paycheck protection program, most people apply. I know my bank, Wells Fargo, Chase, a lot of these other banks, they went through those banks, and you had to submit tax documents. You had to submit your 1040s, your 940s, your 941 ESs. If you didn't have those, you didn't qualify. That makes sense. You see it on your tax form. Where's my 940? Well, you don't have any employees. So what are you doing? What are you doing? You know, that's just really got me. And so basically that's what it's for. Now, somebody asked me, I want to say it one more time and then I'm going to erase the board and put up this EIDL loan, this forgivable loan, what that's about. But guys, the payroll protection plan, this is what you're supposed to use it for. This is what a business does. They pay their employees. They pay sick, medical leave, and insurance. They make sure they pay the salaries, the commissions, and bonuses, or whatever compensation. Interest on the mortgage, on the building, whatever, if they pay rent on the building, utilities on the building, that's what they do. Rent, including under a lease contract, utilities, interest on any debt. Somebody had asked me, they said, well, does that include rent or mortgage on my home? I said, Sometimes I be going out. I blank out, babe. I blank out because some of these questions people need to stop. You got no damn business being in business. No, Judas. No, it don't include on your home. It said, it's talking about that business. Now, if you are an employee and you pay yourself less than $100,000, then you take that money, your regular salary, and you pay your bills. That's what you do. Not take that money that you're supposed to be paying employees and you're paying your bills. That's why some people, it's going to be a lot of arrests. I predict. It's going to be a lot of arrests because of this loan that people have abused. Sometimes, guys, you got to leave the money. You got to know when to fold them.
You know what the government going to do?
What?
They're going to let you run with it for a while. You gonna forget.
Yeah, they're going to let you run because you're going to forget. You're going to forget till you get them feds knocking on your door. You forget. I used to work for the government. When I worked for the Internal Revenue Service, them people told us our job is to set you up. Our job is to put plants. Why? Because you're dealing with the taxpayers' money. We got to be able to trust you. So we, used to get blank checks all the time. And you better believe I screamed loud for security to come get the check because the devil's a lie. You won't get me like that. No, ma'am. No, sir. So here's an opportunity. This loan comes out. Dishonest and honest people applying. You got people getting $5 million who don't even have any. Well, you got other folks who got people working for them. Beauty shops, barber shops, nail shops. They got to pay these people to work for them, trying to keep things open, different businesses, trying to call centers, collection firms, marketing businesses, all these different businesses that do have people working for them that's trying to figure out what can I do to put money in my employees' hand so they can feed their children, because guess what? They're not getting unemployment, or they applied for unemployment and they still haven't heard a damn thing from it. That's a damn shame that you got people stealing when other folks are really in need, man. That's a damn shame. It really is. I don't know no other way to say it, but it really is. It's awful. So that's what the PPP is for. Let me get into the EIDL, okay? All right. Hopefully y'all wrote this down. If you didn't write it down, just go back and rewind the video. Hey, do a favor for me. Go ahead and like this video now. Go ahead and like it. Go ahead and share it. Go ahead and subscribe. Hit the bell so you can get all the alerts This ain't a friendly show today. This is a real show. I try to be real all the time, but I always try to put a little comedy in there, you know, to break up the monotony, but I ain't trying to break up nothing right now. Right now, you just need to hear it. You need to hear it, okay? Now, people are already getting arrested. What is the EIDL loan? You can Google any of this stuff, guys. I guess that's why I get paid the big bucks, because people don't want to do their research. Okay, so this is a little bit different. This is a little bit different, ladies and gentlemen. Still through the SBA. You went on the Small Business Association website and applied for this. It was up to, it's called the Economic Injury Disaster Loan. Means that your economics been affected. A little bit different. Not like, this ain't saying about, you know, that you mandatorily had to have employees. But your economics been affected. So you're like, okay, I need, and they were giving up to $10,000. Forgivable loan. The advance is designed to provide economic relief to businesses that are currently experiencing a temporary loss of revenue. This loan advance will not have to be repaid. Okay, recipients do not have to be approved for a loan in order to receive the advance, but the amount of the loan advance will be deducted from the total loan eligibility, which means that if I got the advance $3,000 and they approve me for a $15,000 loan, then I'm going to get the $12,000 instead of $15,000. I get that $3,000 that I don't have to pay, and then that $12,000 that I was approved for. I might have got approved for $15,000, but because they gave me $3,000, hope you're following me, they're going to say, well, I gave you $3,000 that you don't have to pay back. Here's this $12,000. You apply, you got approved for $15,000, but we're giving you $3,000 for free. So we're just going to give you $12,000, if that makes sense. So here's the thing with the forgivable loan portion, they allowed you to get an advance, and it was based on how many employees that you have. Now, you know, this is a little something smaller, you know, something that, you know, you might be one of the employees. You might hire your kids. You might hire them to do different things. That they could be part-time, full-time. And they would give you, at first everybody thought you was going to get $10,000 a person. Psych. They said they give you $1,000. Which is called, okay. They give you $1,000 per employee. So if you had 4 employees, whether you got to approved for the loan or not, you receive $4,000. Don't have to pay it back. It's forgivable. It's yours. Okay? And pretty much, they didn't even ask for documentation. They asked for the name of your business, your tax ID, the address, all that stuff. But when they got ready to deposit the money in your account, it had to match your business, your tax ID, your address. Everything had to match in the bank. It had to match with their records. If it did not, then they did not give you the money, but they gave you a chance to go back and update the app, like first the name and make sure everything is right, the tax ID is right, the bank account information is right, things of that nature. And whether you got approved for the loan or not, you at least got that unforgivable portion for how many employees that you have. You know, up to $10,000. And that was it. So, you know, that's called the Economic Injury Disaster Loan. A little bit different. You know, a lot of people wasn't breaking the bank with that. Most people who were really going after the gusto, they was going after those PPP loans. Because some people was calling me and they was like asking me, you know, Jean, can you tell me about the PPP loan? And I was like, I don't know about the PPP loan. All I know is about the EIDL. I said, what is that? They said, well, they paying, for your employees and all that. And I had so many phone calls going off about the PPP loan. I was like, if it's just you, just go for this. If it's just you, apply for the economic injury disaster. I mean, come on, guys. You get an extra $3,000 or $4,000, praise the Lord, pass the biscuits, right? But don't be sitting up here making up a whole bunch of mess and then trying to come up with documents, because the people who got arrested, they said they created fake documents, fake tax reports, fake socials, submitted it. I mean, man, like, something in your mind should click, like, I'm submitting illegal shit. Fraudulent documents. This ain't Watergate, this your gate. You know what I'm saying? You're going down, clown. You're going to go down, right? So it's like, I just don't understand. I understand that. Just go for the economic injury disaster. Just go apply for that, my friend. Oh, and don't be making up employees either. If you hire your child or somebody, that's fine. Get them work to do, but it's up to $10,000. You're only going to get $1,000 per employee if you don't get approved for the loan. It is a loan, no less. Loans, it is a loan. If you get approved for the loan, I think they said after 3 to 6 months, you got to start paying on the loan. The only thing that is the advance portion of it, and please, go read for yourself. You don't have to believe everything that Jean is saying. Go Google this stuff. Read for yourself. Read about the PPP loan. Read about the economic injury disaster loan. Read. Reading is fundamental, ladies and gentlemen. And if you don't do it and you sit up here and, well, they said. If I hear another thing about a they said, oh my God, I'm going to run down the street butt naked screaming. Because I'm like, stop with this day. Go get the information. Like I tell my children, I just have a thing. I could be coming out of a building. This happened to us at a convention one time. Remember, we was at a convention and they was giving away. We had to buy the products, right? Mm-hmm. And people were coming out of the door. They was like, oh, they're all out of products. They all out of
the tent.
The tent. Oh, they all out. They all out. We was like, oh, okay. I looked at Bruce. I said, I'm not going to believe it till I hear it from the horse's mouth. I went to the horse's mouth. Guess what?
They still had some.
They still had some. They was bringing carts, putting it out. I said, Bruce, what would have happened if we would have sit up here and listened to these people? So you can't listen to everybody, guys. Get it from the source. Go read on Small Business Association. Read on the Small Business Association about the PPP loan. Read on the Small Business Association about the EIDL. Read for yourself. Document for yourself. Don't put your family, please, for the love of God, don't put yourself at risk for some money that, you could be sitting down creating ideas to make money at home. If you have any questions right now, questions, comments, concerns, I would advise you right now to go ahead, leave a comment. Go ahead right now, get your questions answered. Don't just sit here and be wondering, okay, Jean, can I, and you don't reach out. Bruce, you got our number going across. Yep. If you got any questions, guys, the number's going across the screen. Give me a call, send me a text. Hey, Jean, I need to talk to you. I don't understand. I need some help. While you're watching this, like, click, share, subscribe, hit the bell, because, guys, we got to do better. And it's people like myself that strive to teach how to do better. It's people that don't even understand. Another thing, you got to understand with your business. What is your tax identity? People don't even understand what is your tax identity. Are you a sole proprietorship? Are you an LLC? Are you an S Corp? Are you a C Corp? Are you a LLC partnership. Okay. When you find out how your business is set up, then you got to find out what are your requirements. And you should know all this before you even set this stuff up as a sole proprietorship. What I'm going to file with that, I'm going to file a 1040 with the Schedule C. I might have a Schedule A or whatever else documents with that. With the LLC, same thing. I might have the L, same thing. S Corp, I'm going to have to file 2 taxes. I'm going to have to file my personal plus the S Corporation taxes. Same thing with the C Corp, 2 taxes I'm going to have to file. I'm going to have to file my personal and the C Corp taxes, the 1120s. Okay? Now, also, this is a tax course, and I teach all this. Also with this, I got to figure out, now, wait a minute. Did I do what I'm supposed to do all year long? Do I, because when you become a S Corp or a C Corp, guys, now you got to make sure you pay yourself W-2 wages, okay? Which now, that's where that 940 and 941 ESs come from, estimated taxes, and taken out of 7.5% of what you're supposed to pay federal, taking it out of your employee taxes, and they pay the other 7.5% on their W-2. But as an S Corp and C Corp, you're supposed to pay yourself W-2 wages. It has to be up to date according to the law, okay? And you have to file these every quarter, these taxes, right? The 940, 941 ESs, where you're supposed to pay show how much coming out. Now, with that, if you're an LLC partnership, you got to fill out that 1065 form. Plus, at the end of the year, you got to give them a K1 so they can, your partners can know how much they made, what was their percentage of the company, and what was their expenses. A lot of y'all don't even understand the requirements. Reason why I like a LLC a sole member LLC, because it's a hybrid. You only have to file one tax. Your 1040 with your Schedule C. Only one tax that you have to file. If someone sues the LLC, they can't come after your personal assets. If someone sues the personal, they can't come after your LLC. It's like a hybrid, like a sole proprietorship and a corporation without the headaches of an S Corp or C Corp. S Corp, C Corp is standalone businesses. It's like you just became a gremlin. You just multiplied, right? And it's a standalone entity. Now you got to hold meetings. You got to take meetings. You're supposed to do all this stuff. You're supposed to vote presidents, vice presidents, secretary. It's a real corporation, y'all, like McDonald's. You know, real corporation. Walmart, real corporation. That's how you're supposed to operate. If you're not even making $100,000 a year, why are you an S Corp or a C Corp? I don't quite get it. It's a pass-through. You don't have nothing to pass through. You might as well go on and pay the 15% self-employment tax, because you're still going to pay it. I tell people you're really not getting over, because really, as a corporation, you're going to pay 7.5% federal taxes for your employees, and your employees going to pay 7.5%. Good golly Wally, ain't that still 15%? Because you're an employee yourself. You got to pay yourself. So why not just go, if you're not making over $250,000, there's no reason for you to be trying to jump into being a C Corp or an S Corp. You don't have employees. You don't have all this stuff. You don't even understand. And see, we do tax classes all the time, guys. We have this information where we teach it. Let's stop playing business and let's be business. Be educated. That's why a lot of people are in trouble now. I guarantee you, we're going to hear a lot of stories about local Georgia person, local Texas, local New Yorker, local what? Go to jail for this PPP crap. So stuff, some people, check this out. I read a new, that's why I love reading finances and money report and stuff like that. That's where I'm at. Y'all reading about coronavirus. They reading about corona, babe.
They can't do nothing about it.
Can't do nothing about it, but wear your mask when you're supposed to, and don't have that mask on all damn day, weakening your immune system. Anyway, you're reading about crisis when we're in increase. You're reading about all that crazy to have you walking around in fear and doubt and insecurity while others are getting paid, writing laws and creating all this other stuff, and then weakening your immune system. Come November, we get a big boost. Why? Because your immune system is weak as hell from wearing them masks all the dang time. It's just common sense, but I realize, again, common sense ain't that damn common. That's what I realize. And I get upset and I get irritated about a lot of stuff because knowledge is out here. Nobody is hiding it from us. Nobody. But you got to get up and you got to read. And if you don't know, hire someone like myself who's going to be honest and share this information with you. Share the resources. I told you USA Today, CNBC. That's where I got this information from. Everything about the EIDL and the PPP, I got it from the Small Business Association website. Those are the resources I use from the horse's mouth because I believe none of what somebody say and half of what the hell they do. That's just the God's honest truth. And I think if you work like that, you'll get somewhere in life, and that's the truth. Because my thing is this: don't allow these imaginary days to get you behind in trouble because you're trying to get a little come up. I had a conversation with one of my clients. I will not say their name. Somebody said, oh. Okay, Bruce said, is the PPP or the other loan considered taxable income from the IRS? From what I read, that they said they were not going to tax you on that income. I think they said they're not going to tax, but guys, make sure you go research that yourself, because just do your research, for God's sake. I don't want to read about nobody going to jail over some little penny ante damn money trying to come up with some fake corporations and fake stuff. I mean, and they starting arresting people now. They just announced the loan, what, a few months ago? Did you read about the guy who got arrested, who went and bought a $50,000 watch, and the feds came to his home? He had a Lamborghini in the driveway, and that's abuse. That's abuse. When someone out there, I want you to picture this, someone out there started their business in January. They said they had 2020 vision. This gonna be my year. This is the year of 2020 vision. I told Bruce, so much happening in 2020. I expect to hear that. Do that Godzilla noise, man. I said, shoot, Godzilla gonna wake up in a minute and he gonna be walking down the streets with his friend Mothra. I'm like, goodness, all kind of craziness is happening. You know, and so, but imagine someone in 2020, they excited about their business. They walked away from their job. They started a new business. They got on faith, hired 5 new people, got a little business, a little standalone office. The thing costs $900 a month. They signed a 4-year lease. They got these people, they're excited. They took their 401k, the money, they invested in their business. They got a marketing firm to do the marketing for them, and they're off to the races, and they're doing really good. And January looks good, February looks good, March come around. Oh, what is going on? Shutdown. And these 5 people that was working for them, now they're like, oh my God. Oh my God. I'm going to have to tell these people I can't pay them. And then they create the CARE Act. And they include the PPP. Paycheck. Paycheck. Not personal. Paycheck protection. And that person can go in the office and look at those 5 people and smile at them and say, I can pay your salary. I can pay your salary for at least a good year. We're going to be all right. We can continue to dream. We can continue to build. We're going to be all right. That's what it's for. That person can pay that lease on that building. That person can pay the utilities. That person don't have to go and apply for unemployment. Still waiting to get it. That's what it's for. But we have people who abuse everywhere. People abuse and take things and use it and abuse it and make it hard for others. I implore you, listen, don't get desperate. If you are looking for a way, I'm announcing on every damn show I do, we are having a 90-day contest. It's called 90 Days to 5 Figures. We're going to show you how to make 5 figures in 90 days by becoming a wealth creator. Well, I did a presentation about that yesterday. If you want the information, like this video, share this video, leave a comment below, type 90 days to 5. Jean, I need the info for 90 days for 5. I will personally get that information. So the contest starts in July. We're going to help people. We're going to run from July to the end of September. And on the people who are the winners, we're going to give away one winner of $1,000. We might increase it to 2, but right now, one winner on top of what we pay, we're going to give you an additional $1,000 for being a top producer. See, we are business owners. We believe that you can do anything. We believe in being creators. We are wealth creators. Money meet me and greet me everywhere I go. Money comes to me easily, effortlessly, continuously, ever increasing amount. Why? Because I believe above all things I should prosper, be in good health as my soul prospers, because that's what my Father promised me. So I don't have to go out here and create BS. All I got to do is go out here and go for it. As long as I wake up with a sound mind, God heals me, and I wake up every day healthy and strong, and my mind is right. I got total recall. Baby, it's on and popping, and that's the way it's supposed to be for you. You're supposed to be walking into your divine authority. I keep talking about stop looking for people to give you what you need to give your damn self. Stop looking for handout. Stop looking for people. I heard they're going to give $4,000 a month. Don't you think some requirements come for that? Maybe they'll test your ass for them antibodies. Maybe they force your behind to go down there and get that test in order to get that $4,000. Oh, it's going to be requirements for stuff like that. Anytime you work with the government, baby, there's going to be requirements. Huh? Oh, you thought it was free. Oh, okay. You sleep then, huh? Okay. So, look, stop playing games. I just wanted to make sure. I know I kind of went in. Cinnamon laughing. I know I kind of went in today, but I had to. And I said, God, please. For now, I'm on fire with these shows now, man, God darn it. Because guess what? You're going to see the real Jean, the real deal, Holyfield. I'm not going to hold nothing back. I try to be politically correct, but being politically correct has kept you on your ass doing absolutely nothing. So now it's time to just do what's necessary, to tell the necessary truth, to put fire on your ass, to make you get up and go do something. Like that song said, you better get up, get out, and do something. What, babe? Don't let the days of your life pass you by. What he say? Get out, and
get something.
Because you and I got to do for what? You and I. That's what we got to do. So it ain't no time for us to be playing. I pray to God that this message, you like it and you share it. Anybody have any questions before I go? That's what I'm looking for. Anybody have any questions? I know, was this good? If it was good, tell me, Jean, this was all good if you're on here. But I just want to thank everybody for being here, for watching. Please like this, please share it. If you haven't done so, do me the awesome honor of subscribing to this channel. My name is Jean Marlo Davis. I am a wealth creator. Every Thursday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time is the Jean Marlo Davis Show. It's all about information, inspiration to impact the nation. We talk about total prosperity in every area of your life. We might talk about finances, mentally, spiritually, physically, financially, emotionally, relationship-wise. It's just whatever that is on our mind that we feel that is prevalent, that needs to be talked about for the Jean Davis Show. We're going to do it. And then Monday, every Monday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time is Money Madness. with yours truly, Jean Marlo Davis, about how to make money, how to keep money, how to protect money, how to scale, stack on stack on stack. It's all about your money with Money Madness at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time every Monday. Guys, listen, I want to say thank you. Thank you for listening. Please excuse my vernaculars. I get very passionate, and a vernacular might pop out one or two. You know, damn it. You know, might pop out, but you know, it's all good. I'm your sister. Yes, I am. But I ain't going to lie to you, and I ain't going to BS, because you know what? People do not fail for the lie that was told to them. They fail because of the truth that was told to them that they refuse to believe. So, hey, my name is about truth. I'm about telling you the truth, giving you the tools you need so you can have, you can be, you can do anything. Again, thank you so much for watching. Please go back and watch this again. Please share this with a friend. Somebody call you about that PPP loan or that EIDL. Say, you need to go watch this video. This sister XRS auditor, 20 years tax and financial experience. I think you might need to go watch this before you go apply for something when you know you ain't got no damn business. Anyway, my name is Jean Marlo Davis. I am a wealth creator. You're a wealth creator too. Join us on Monday for Money Madness at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time with yours truly. Listen, you can have, you can be, you can do anything, my friend. But do it right. Do it exact. And you never have to turn around and watch your back. I see you in the next show. God bless and take care. Have a good weekend. I see you soon.